Hey, what's going on? I managed to get some time to get out into the woods. A couple months ago, my dad fell and broke his hip while we were clearing out an area where we were going to build a shop. Since then, he's had surgery. He's been in therapy for a couple months. He's out now. We eventually moved his camper. My parents, when they retired, they kind of liquidated all their stuff. Bought a really nice fifth wheel, nice truck, and their plan was they were going to kind of tour and camp around the United States. But then my mom got cancer and she passed away really fast. It was like a matter of 3 months. So my dad's still staying in the fifth wheel, which is what he wants. We originally were going to put him across the road in a different piece of property that we own. But since we already had the land cleared and we had some friends come in and level it, gravel a part of it, we put his camper over there, so now he's on the property. But I haven't had a chance to do any kind of videos or anything lately. It's been too hectic, holidays and everything else. But I got a new tent and a new sleeping bag, so I took this opportunity to get out, do some camping, make some food. Just try to kind of decompress over the past couple months. But the new tent and the sleeping bag I got are both by Kelty. If you notice when I was packing in, the sleeping bag is huge. But it's a 20-degree sleeping bag. It's 22 degrees right now Fahrenheit. It's pretty cold, but once you start moving around and everything, it's not too bad. Everything's damp. We've had rain nonstop for a couple of weeks after a really long drought, which caused a lot of fires. But the burn ban's been lifted. I'm pretty sure I can still get a fire going though, because I brought an axe and a saw and pretty much everything I should need to scrounge around some dry wood and get something going so I can make some food. But I want to show you guys the sleeping bag I got. So it's a 20-degree Kelty True Comfort. This is no advertisement or anything. I'm not getting affiliated or getting paid or anything like that. I just think that it's a really awesome design. It's something different. I haven't seen this before. Alright, so something about the sleeping bag that I thought was really neat is this is the bottom section, and you can actually unzip it, and there's a blanket inside that's attached to it. And just like most tent connections for rain flies and stuff like that, you can unhook it and kind of roll it off of you. It is sewn into the sleeping bag, but it's open at the bottom. Let me attach it back. My hands are a bit cold. But it's open at the bottom, so if you start to get too hot, you can actually unzip this and kick your feet out, which is something I always find a little uncomfortable, where my chest will be cold, but the rest of me will be really, really warm. This kind of helps to ventilate that. I thought that was kind of a neat design. The sleeping bag is pretty massive. I'm going to get a compression sack, which hopefully I can kind of pack this thing down a little bit smaller than it being the size of the rest of my gear. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. There's a bunch of tabs and stuff like that around the outside, which honestly I'm not even sure what that would be used for. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look at the directions to see if it's something special for this sleeping bag. I didn't see anything about that when I was reviewing it online. But yeah, 20 degree, and it's not down, obviously. It would be half the thickness. But my budget can't afford a $400 or $500 sleeping bag. So I'm gonna scrounge around, get some wood, get some food going, and just enjoy being outdoors. So, forgot about all this wood that I had packed out here a while ago. This stuff's really dry. I think I'd kind of be a fool not to use this. Yeah, I'll be able to get a fire going with this stuff. I'm just going to put a base down first. pieces of wood and then split some of this stuff up. There's a heavy piece. Looks like we have liftoff. Trying to wait for the fire to really get going good before I start putting pots on it. I don't want to smother it. All that smoke tells you that the wood's pretty wet. The inside of the wood is pretty dry because it's been sitting out here for a while, a couple months, but you know, with all the rain we've got, it struggles a little bit to burn, but I've got a really good fire going down at the base, so it's going to go. It's just going to take a minute. I'm in no rush. Not at all. Alright, I got my coffee steeping. It's time to get some food on. stabilize this a little bit. Yeah, this should work. Just a little bit of oil. So for today's lunch, we have, let's see, some mushrooms, some Kilbasa, some potatoes. Alright. First thing, since potatoes take longest to cook, cut these up. Almost lost it. There we go. Oh, lost potato. Going down. Well, thanks for joining me for my first camp of the new year. Hope you guys had happy holidays, good new year, and here's to a lot of camping in 2017, and motorcycle riding and homesteading and all that other fun stuff. So, cheers. Wow. Mm.